Y'all get ready because we about to raise your vibe and get aligned.
You are watching Captivating Confidence with Crystal.
That's me.
My name is Crystal, and I am here to help you manifest and achieve your goals through self-love, confidence, mindset, and the law of attraction. And today I am actually talking about those moments when you feel like you are spiraling. I mean, when life just gets too much, because I know that there's a lot of talk out there about the law of attraction and how there's this misconception that you're just supposed to think positive thoughts all the time, all the time, all the time. Don't feel it, don't think it, don't say it, don't feel it, don't think it, don't say it. Like, put blinders on. And it's not always possible to do that. And first of all, that's not healthy, because that is how you develop bad coping mechanisms and unhealed trauma. It's better to process your feelings. There's always going to be times where life gets really stressful, where you can feel yourself starting to spiral and to go down that rabbit hole that you've been trying to avoid, and you thought you were over, but you know, it seemed like you took 10 steps forward, and then all of a sudden you're taking 12 steps back. But don't feel that way. It's okay. Feel your feelings. One thing that I did, I had a really, really, really nervous moment yesterday where I was so nervous. I was really trying to stay in the most positive mind frame, and I was saying affirmations. Anytime I thought a thought that it might not go the way I thought it would, I would stop, flip it, and I just kept flipping. It was just like bam, 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 okay, bad thought, bam, okay, bad thought, bam. And it was like I was just trying so hard to stay in that positive mindset so that I didn't manifest anything bad, or the basically the outcome that I didn't want to happen. So by this point, I'm shaking, I'm breathing in, I'm exhaling, and my body was responding to the way that I was feeling, but my mind was right where it was supposed to be. And it sounds contradictory, and let me tell you something, it felt contradictory, okay? It felt really weird. It felt really weird because normally I feel like my normal self, like I used to have really bad anxiety, and that just, oh my gosh, I would have already spiraled into like a whole different dimension, just up here, like, oh my gosh, what about this and this and this, and like 50 different worst case scenario possibilities laid out, bam, 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 bam. Like, that's how I used to be, and I refuse to be that person anymore. And I thought I was doing so well with everything until this moment happened, and then I knew I was doing so well with everything. Oh my gosh, I thought that I had taken all those steps back in that moment, and then after the moment was over, I was telling one of my friends, I was like, my body was shaking. I was basically like almost sweating. I was trying to breathe. I was trying to stay calm and keep my cool. And my body was displaying the symptoms that I would get when I would get really bad anxiety. But up here, I was where I needed to be the entire time, because I was working overtime, flipping my thoughts into positives, like keeping on the path of where I wanted to go and where I wanted that moment to go. And it went there, y'all. It went there. I didn't have that negative reaction that I was so terrified that I was going to get in that moment. It worked. And eventually I feel like my body might catch up and maybe not go into survival ego mode where I'm just a shaky little mess, but for now I've trained my mind. My body's next, I guess, but it worked. And I can't tell you how excited I am, because I feel like I can handle anything now. Like, that was powerful. When you are someone who has dealt with like anxiety, and you've had, like just those moments where you just feel like your whole world is just off the rocker, and then you learn to control that. That is so empowering. And I literally wish that on all of you. I hope that, you get to feel that way when you have conquered something like that. So this is basically what I want to leave you guys with today, is that I had that moment. And even though I was scared of the outcome, actively scared of the outcome, like it was happening, I was like, oh man, what is happening? Like, I went to, nope, this is going my way. Everything's working out in my favor. You're on that conveyor belt, correcting the thoughts. Basically doing whatever you have to do to focus on your thoughts in that moment. Catch them. It's like Lucy and Ethel on I Love Lucy, the chocolate factory episode, where there's too many, and at that point they're just like shoving the chocolates in their mouth, putting them in their aprons, and like shoving them in their pockets. Like, whatever you need to do to keep those negative chocolates from moving on down the line and getting filtered into the place where we manifest stuff, I guess you could say. Whatever you have to do to keep those bad chocolates from getting wrapped, I guess technically from not getting wrapped and passing through the place where they're not supposed to be passing through, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Focus on your thoughts. Breathe. Unclench your jaw. Just know that everything is working out for you, and it will. And I know it sounds simple at the time, but like even a year ago, I probably would have just had a panic attack and like just freaked out. And like I said, even though my body was freaking out, my mind was in the right place. And that to me is just an insane difference from even probably what it would have been 6 months ago. So that is a huge win for me. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and catch me tomorrow for my next video. Bye guys.